back. Okay, well, we might have some interruptions. The refresh worked. Thank you, Marilyn. um, okay, I'll go quickly now. Okay, I was just saying the low point, we already know what that is. High point is that I'm so grateful. I have so much gratitude for Wellness Within and for all of you out there. Um, and let's see, and then my icebreaker question, I always like to ask that. Icebreaker question today is, if you could walk down the runway to any song, what would it be? Mine is usually Uptown Funk. Um, Got to keep it going. We got to listen to some music right now, keep it upbeat. And how I'm feeling unsettled. Honestly, things have been a little scary, and I know it's scary for you. Um, but I'm also glad that we have this connection, and I'm sure it will get better and better as we learn more about it. And I know I haven't done this before, so um, I'm going to continue showing you guys what I've created. I want to do positive affirmation cards for one another. And what I was thinking, we could share those things that you want to say to yourself and to your loved ones in this time um, to keep up the positive support. So, for example, I created this yesterday. Um, this one, I was just doodling, but I came up with some artwork that to me looks a little bit like those graphs we've been seeing. And, that can get kind of funky looking at graphs and the curve and all that. And it sort of takes away the human aspect. And so I thought writing "You Matter," really, bottom line, "You Matter," was important to remind everyone that we are humans. So we are connected in this. We are all in this together. Another one I decided to create yesterday was to let go. There's a lot of things we can't control right now. So let go of some of the big things, some of the things that are out of our control, and focus more on ourselves and our loved ones to stay healthy. All right, and then I have a few more, but I thought I would go ahead and give an example. If you don't feel like you're artistic and it's kind of hard to get started, I have a really fun exercise. For this, you can use markers or colored pencils or any kind of pastel that you might have. And I'm going to pick one color. I'm going to go with purple today because purple is empowering. And I'm going to I cut up some cards. They're not too big. You can use Post-it notes. Regular paper is fine. Anything you have around the house. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you two different ways, but you're going to make sure you're using the pen on the surface the whole time without lifting it up, and we're going to create a really fun, soothing design that you can then color in and then add a positive affirmation over it. So I'm going to start, and I can show you maybe like this, I'm going to make right angles and squares, and I'm going to try and cover the whole thing. And I'm going to go over lines, around, never lifting my pen up. And I'm not worrying too much about how straight it is. You got to remember Bob Ross, happy mistakes, happy accidents. Mistakes are just happy accidents. That's what it is. So it's kind of looking like a maze. But I'm creating basically shapes within shapes that I'm going to then color in and then later add my positive affirmation over the design and share it with you guys at the end, which is what I'm hoping we can all do together. And I'm going to feel like I'm stopping now. So I have this little funky design, nothing too fancy, pretty easy to do. You can do it with circles as well, which is nice and soothing. I'm going to pick pink, actually green. We're going to go green for this one. Green is a nurturing color. We all could use an extra care and nurturing right now. So I'm going to do some circles, similar, not going to let the pen off the paper, and I'm going to do different little circles, overlapping, making sure I'm getting some cool shapes in there that I can then color in. It's really soothing to create circles. You can do this with two hands even. It's actually very meditative for your brain. It connects your right and left hemisphere. And so I have this little funky doodle. For both, I'm going to take 3 colors to keep it simple and start coloring it in in different places. And I'm going to stick with some pinks and greens and blues. And then what you have is a cool design at the end. And you don't have to feel like you're an artist. Like I said, it doesn't have to feel like you're making a masterpiece, but you know, coloring in the lines, that can be very soothing. Coloring books right now are a good idea too. Anything that has some structure and containment, because we don't like kind of feeling ungrounded or floaty. And all right, let's see. I'm going to kind of speed it up for you so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just coloring in some of these circles. So I have like a watermelon colored theme. I might keep it just these two colors because I really like them. But as you can see, it's just coloring in the lines. Like when you're a kid, we want to get in touch with our inner child right now. I go back to our basics. Again, those projects maybe we've been putting off for a while. The other one, I'm just going back over to the other one that had purple and squares. And I'm creating some blocked colored images. So I have some blue in there now. Again, just simple, easy. And then, so say you finish, you know, you can color as many, like I said, up to 3 colors just to keep it simple. And you're going to love your design. It just always comes out fun. And when you're done, write a positive affirmation. Use like a black Sharpie. You have a black marker. I think that will do fine. And something that you want to share with others. So I'm going to write something here. Bear with me. Thank you for your patience. And then I'll post a few more of these that I get finished today. I have, I found some old pictures that I hadn't done anything with in a while, and I'm going to add some positive affirmations on those. So I'll show you those examples in a moment here as well. Okay, here we go. This last one, you are loved. I think it's really important that we know that we're all loved. Oh, my timer's going off, sorry. We're all loved at a time like this. We're all in this together, as I mentioned earlier. So things like that. You can go on Instagram to find, you know, inspiration, or just Google affirmation cards, and you'll get lots of ideas. Another one I have that I'm going to add to is a little meditation. That's me meditating. So what I'd like to do with this one is add peace, find peace within. I'm going to get creative in how I write it around the edge. I have another one here. It says, believe in what you want so much it has no choice but to materialize. This one was done, both the last two were done with chalk pastels. This one I have, it's just soothing. I just like it. It's kind of like a warm center and some trees and green and blue around it. Again, calming, find peace. So I'm going to add more to those positive affirmations, and I'll post them later. And I have one more and a big one. This is kind of fun to do. Concentric circles. So this can be really soothing. Again, just starting in the middle and making your way outward using a couple different colors. It's an extremely soothing exercise if you feel the need to reduce anxiety. I'm going to add some positive affirmations to this as well. And then last but not least, I wanted to show you guys something. This I had done a while ago. We've done this together. Creating just an image that represents how you feel right now also can be really helpful. So identifying our feelings. and then creating something to represent that, and that's fine to share as well. Um, this is something I did, like I said, long time ago in school, but I thought it was appropriate for now. I came up with this. This represents love, and at the time, I think, it's that connection, right? People or objects, things that are in a circle connected, representing love. For me, that's what I had. And then this is what I came up with to represent isolation. And I think it's appropriate for now because that's what we're trying to quell. We want to quell isolation. We don't want to feel isolated, even if we're staying at home. And notice that, the boxes versus kind of the circular connected feeling. So I thought that was just appropriate to share. And then this other one that I had also found, this is safe